Welcome to our Microsoft Excel tutorials. This is the introductory aspect, so I'm going to take you around the component of Microsoft Word. If you are introductory learner, then this is very good for you. If you have a little knowledge, then but at least you learn something new. So let's just take time and go through Microsoft Excel. So to open Microsoft Excel, if you have a shortcut on your desktop, you just have to double click and open it. Or if it's pinned on the taskbar, you just click it on the taskbar, the icon on the taskbar for it to open for you. If you do not have it there, then you have to click on your start button. Then the start menu will open up for you. Then you go and search for Microsoft Excel. So Excel is at the E column. So I'll go and check for Excel at the E column. So I have Excel 2016 over here. Maybe you might be using 2010 or 2013 or even an older version, that is 2007 Excel. So all of them we are going to work around that. Don't worry, the version that you are using. Okay, so this is Microsoft Excel. When you open it for the first time, it will ask you, hey, do you want a blank workbook? Do you want a these are templates, these are core templates, so it depends on what you are looking for. They have given you template over here, you can choose from any one of them, but hey, we want a blank workbook, so I'm going to click on the blank one. So it has sent me to Microsoft Excel. So this is the interface of Microsoft Excel. Someone might ask, what is the use of Microsoft Excel? Microsoft Excel is for calculations. If you want to do your calculations, your analysis, your data presentation, your data analysis, even you want to keep records as we use in Microsoft Access, you can use Microsoft Excel for it. So let me show you around the component of Microsoft Excel. This is a book, and in the book we have sheet in it, as if you're having an exercise book that you have different kinds of sheet there. So you can see from here that we have sheet 1. If I click on the plus icon here, it will open on sheet 2 for me. I click on it, I'll get sheet 3. So this is a book, a workbook, and within the book we have what different sheets in the book. You can open to about 256 books, more than that, 256 sheets in the workbook. But you can rename up to sheet 16, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, up to sheet 16. You can change the names. You can change the sheet 1, the sheet 2, sheet 3. So for example, let me change this one. I'm going to name it Nana. Then I'm moving away, so I can rename up to sheet 16. From sheet 17 onwards I cannot rename it, so it will remain sheet 17, sheet 18, sheet 19. So later on we learn how to rename the sheet, how to even give colors to the tabs of the sheet. Having we seen that this is a workbook that we have different type of sheet inside, let's look at other component of Microsoft Excel. In Excel, we make use of what? Columns and rows. We make use of columns and rows. So the column is the vertical one, and the columns are having their headings, the alphabetical characters over there, the A, B, C, D. They are the column headers. So the column, when you come down, is a column. When you're coming down, you're moving downwards. That is a column. Then when you're moving horizontally, that is a row. So the row headers start with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can say column A, column B, or column M, column N, column O, or row 1, row 2, row 3. The combination of a row and a column will give you what we call a cell. So the boxes, the small boxes that we have here, they are called cells. So that is the combination of a column and a row that will give you a cell. So all this one is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell. All the ones we have here, all of them are cells. Each of the cell there has its own unique name. Each of the cell has its own unique name. So for example, where I have clicked, that is called the active cell. Wherever I'll click here, this is the active cell. So the green color over there, maybe your own, you might see a black color when you click on a particular cell. That particular cell is called active cell. All the rest are not active. But that one that you have clicked there, that one is the active cell. So the name of the cell, how you get it? The column, you take the column header and the row header, you combine them, then that will give you the name of the cell. So starting from the column, so I'm on column E, then row 2. So the name of the cell will be cell E2. If I come here, I'm, I'm under column B and I'm still on row 2. So the name of the cell will be cell B2. In the same way, if I'm here, the name of the cell will be cell J11. So you look here and you look at this place. You can see that there's even a green line underneath it. Yours might be a black line. Or when you look at this place, this is called the name box. This is called the name box. It will give you the name of the cell. Have you seen that once my mouse pointer is there, the name box has shown. It will even give you the name of the cell. So that is how we know about a cell, the name of the cell, and active cell. All right. On top of the columns, we have what? The formula bar. This is the formula bar. So whatever that you're going to type in each of the cell is going to show up there, the formula bar for you. I'm just typing anything. See, I'm typing it here within the cell, but it's showing here the formula bar for me. So later on, we are going to look at it. Now we are doing this introductory aspect. I'm showing around. If you're familiar with Microsoft Word, you know that we have the home tab, and in Excel too, we are having the home tab, but some of the components there are a little bit different. When it comes to the style, the things at the style there is different from the one you find in Microsoft Word. Then we even have some things here. So a cell group has been added to it, but you won't find that in Microsoft Word. Then we have the formula tab that has been added. You will not find the formula tab in Microsoft Word. We have the data tab also being added here. So you look at them later. Some of the components there, how to make use of them, look at them later. Okay. In Microsoft Excel too, we have the horizontal scroll box and the vertical scroll box. So you see one down here. You see the horizontal scroll box over here. Then the vertical scroll box. As I explained in Microsoft Word, or if you have not watched the introductory aspect of Microsoft Word, I explained that the bar alone this is the bar, the scroll bar, but everything, the arrows here and the bar, we call them scroll box. So the arrow, the top and the down arrows and the bar, we call everything scroll box. Okay. Having been said this, let me introduce you to something a little bit. How to enter values into a worksheet. But before I go into how to enter values into a worksheet, let me clarify something for you. In Microsoft Excel, we make use of three distinct features. And these are labels, values, and date and time. Labels, values, and date and time. What is a label and what is a value? The values are the numbers we are going to use for calculation. So for example, if I enter maybe 15, 20, 1400, 300, and I'm going to use them for calculation. I want maybe a summation or multiplication or maybe division. I'm going to use it for calculation. Then that will be termed a value. But a label will be maybe I enter somebody's name over there. I enter Emmanuel, or I enter Milo, I enter supermarket. Anything, any letter, any alphabet, any name that I'm not going to use for calculation. Even if it contains numbers, they are termed as labels. So for example, if I enter a phone number over there, even though they are numbers, but we can't calculate a phone number, so it will be termed as a label. A social security number, there will be mixtures of maybe numbers and alphabets, they are termed as label. A house number is a label. But once you're going to do calculation, maybe you have some you will enter there some currencies, symbols, and all those ones, then that ones are called values. Then the date and time, they are distinct on their own. They are neither values nor labels. So they are date and time, they have their own categories. Sometimes the date will be, you'll be having an alphabet, sometimes you use only the numerical aspect. So these are the three components that I'm going to make use of. So having said it, let us see how to enter a, a value or a label into Excel. To enter something into Excel, let me say I'm going to click at I'm at column C. So I'm just going to enter 120. Then I want to move downwards. So I'll just use the arrow keys on my keyboard. It has shifted downwards for me. 230, 550. So instead of using the arrow key to shift downwards, I can just click on the enter key. It will just move downwards for me. 890. I just hit. Take note, if I enter something there 450, see now I've entered it there, but I don't click enter or I use any of the arrow keys to shift, the thing has not registered in the worksheet. For it to register in the worksheet, then I have to click on the enter for it to register into the worksheet. So I'm just going to click on enter. What about if I wanted it to be at the right hand side? So I'll click this one, then for it to shift to column D, I'll use the right arrow key. So this is it, this is it, this is it. Okay, what about if I want names? I can also type down the same thing. I can type names over here and type name over here. Okay, so this is how to enter labels and values in Microsoft Excel. So the names that we have entered here, they are called labels, and the numbers here, they are them as what, values. So with the numbers I can calculate, I can look for the sum of these numbers over here. So just simple, I can just calculate for it over here. Hey, don't worry, so these are my totals. I'm going to show you how to do calculation. I'm going to show you about 5 different ways to calculate something, or more than that. So maybe don't worry, with later lessons we know how to do the calculations. Okay, so this is how to enter data entry. So I think I'm going to end today's tutorial, and the next time that we meet again, we'll look at different in the auto sum function and the autofill functions. So have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to other people too.